Hey folks, welcome. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And today I'm actually going to be reviewing a video from the Megyn Kelly show. Now, this is with her and Glenn Greenwald, who's a guy who's been uncovering all sorts of deep state info, conspiracies, behind the Pentagon and all sorts of illegal stuff. But he's a great source for material. And basically, they went over, they were talking about pride and so forth, but specifically, this part of the clip is about the New York City Pride Parade, which showed some really, really pretty horribly disgusting things. So with that said, before we get into it, folks, hey, if you like my content, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. I really appreciate the help to grow the channel, folks. And with that said, let's get into this, because this little clip highlights some very important issues that's going on. And unfortunately, some really disgusting things that happen at the Pride Parade. So let's check it out.
Offend them. I'm not like naming them here. You know who you are. But it was so uncomfortable. And that leads me to what's happening here in America, which is open penis showing at the Pride parades, like in Seattle. Here's the video.
Like, look at this.
For the listening audience, it's several men, totally naked.
So, yeah, they are normalizing naked men riding bikes in front of everyone, in front of your families, in front of your children, as if, oh, hey, this is just great. This is just normal. Hey, look at this. This is disgusting.
On bikes, waving. Oh, they wear helmets, though. They cover that head. Waving. And this would be kind of funny if you didn't see many children in the other shots of the parade, Glenn. So what the hell is happening with Pride?
Yeah, look, I mean, the gay and lesbian movement was an important part of my life. It's what enabled me to be legally married. It was something I supported for a long time. And the linchpin of it is something that...
So also remember, yeah, this is a gay man. This is a guy who benefited from the movement in the beginning. And now even he's like, dude, this is like gone beyond too far.
Not only I believe, but that most Americans ended up believing. There was a cultural war consensus in the United States, and it was based on the principle that adults have the right to live their lives in whatever way they think will bring them the most self-actualization, and that a healthy, decent society facilitates that freedom and doesn't impede it. And if you look at polling data in 2015, most Americans favored same-sex marriage, even young conservatives. And even people had no problem with trans adults. They thought trans people should have basic legal protections. They shouldn't be kicked out of their apartments. They shouldn't be fired from their jobs. All of that has unraveled.
Yeah, remember, for the longest time, it was always like, leave us alone, leave us alone. We just want to live our own lives. Like, we just want our own space. We just want our own little community. We just want to be able to live our lives in peace. That was the original thing. And look, I got no real problem with that. But, it's morphed into something else.
Because the LGBTQIA+2 movement, or whatever acronym you prefer, has basically waged a war on that principle. There were people chanting in the streets, we're coming for your children. The San Francisco Gay Men's Chorus sung a song that said, we're coming for your children.
Yeah, and I made another video about of another part of the parade that just did that, I think last week, literally chanting, we are coming for your children. Remember, this is an ideology that pushes people into a behavior where nobody reproduces. If they don't reproduce, the only way they grow is they recruit. Remember that.
They want to indoctrinate people's children. They're claiming that you are required to get certain trans-affirming treatment for your children if they identify as trans, even if you don't want them to, and that you could be deemed guilty of child abuse and have your children taken away if you don't. The whole movement has transformed from one, we want to be left alone and live our lives the way we want, to no, actually, we want to control your lives too, and make your kids think what we want them to think, and even influence the way they grow up. And this has unraveled that consensus. And this is all part of it. This is a movement that was once a marginalized community in the United States, didn't have much power, had to hide, was genuinely persecuted. They now have every institution of power on their side. They know it, and it's become a bullying movement. And this idea that we're going to go out into the streets publicly in front of your kids and be fully naked and sexualize that nudity and you can't do anything about it is the mentality of a movement that believes, in this case, with good reason, that they are now sort of the majority, that they have the power, and they're using it in ways that are very self-destructive.
And that's basically what it is, folks, in a nutshell. I mean, he makes a perfect point. It's on every cereal box. It's on every football helmet. It's everywhere. Like, think of another symbol outside of the pride flag that has, even the American flag, that has been so absolutely shoved in your face compared to any other symbol, compared to any other movement or ideology, anything else. Not even the American flag you see as much as you do the pride flag. And at one point, yeah, it was all about leaving us alone in our own space. And now, since every institution, the mainstream media, is all woke, I mean, you barely got reporters who will give any pushback in the White House. You have all of these ESG movements and all of these, BlackRock and, giant funds that are trying to push people into a behavior. And they're the extreme minority. They're the extreme minority. When it's the large part of the group telling you, hey, this is what's up, they're not bullies. No, they're the ones telling you, hey, this is the status quo. This is how this works. When you're the one person in the room and you're trying to tell everybody else what to do, you're the bully. You're the bully. And now they have their hands on all the levers that control media, that control investment, that control this. And now they want to make everyone else like them. But, also something to consider, not only are they trying to literally show their genitals in front of your kids and shame you for not letting them do that to your kids, they're trying to completely reverse every single social norm, moral and ethical, that's basically ever been held in modern society and turn it completely on its head. And they are the moral normity, right? They're the normal ones, and you are the messed up ones. You're what's wrong. You're the evil. You're the bad guys. These people are twisted out of their minds. And I ask you this, what is a nation of an ideology of people who don't reproduce? The alphabet mafia is a group of people who don't have families. If you're gay, if you're lesbian, if you're trans, at that point you've destroyed your reproductive system. You're not making babies, which means the only way you can grow in numbers is you have to recruit, because you don't reproduce. And we already have massively falling birth rates around the entire advanced world. And now you want to let a group get control and make other people live like them, and we're just going to not reproduce barely at all. What that is a nation with no future. That is a civilization in collapse. That is a dystopian apocalypse future for anyone who does survive, because everything crumbles around them. That is the real world result of letting people control the system who are anti-family, who are anti-heterosexual, who are anti-actually living as the species is intended to live. Look, y'all wanted your own little corner, little space. That was one thing. But now you want to make everyone else be like you. The end result is nothing but devastation, destruction, and nobody around to complain about it. That's it, folks. But that's what wokeness gets you, and that's where this movement is leading to, is absolute destruction of everything it touches, because it's literally anti-life. So, folks, with that, I'm going to wish you a good day, though. Try not to let the wokeness and craziness get you down. Take care of your friends. Take care of your families. I will try to bring you some new stuff as soon as I can. And with that said, take care of yourself. Be well, and I'll see you next time.